stopping by the channel today. My name is Sandy, and in today's video, I'm actually snowed in real time, but we're going to take a step back in time to last week when I was out and about going to different stores. And I actually shared a video a few days ago where I had gone to Haverty's and Ross and Homegoods and all of those stores. I also went to Pottery Barn on that day, and I did not share the footage at that time because I want to spend some time talking about what's going on over in Pottery Barn for spring 2026. Now, let me see where I'm going to start here. So I think we're going to go ahead and I'm going to share the footage. I'm going to pop in from time to time and share my thoughts. And then at the very end, we got a little bit of a haul. Not a lot, but a little bit. So make sure you stick around to the end. So let's go ahead and get started. Now we're going to the Pottery Barn that's located in Charlotte, North Carolina in the South Park Mall. And once you get to this mall and you walk past the windows at Pottery Barn, you immediately know what the trends are going to be for the upcoming season. And while Pottery Barn is definitely not a trendy store, they always give a nod to what's going on in the decorating space as it relates to the colors that they're using. Case in point, we see here immediately that we have some mocha colors going on. We see some pinks going on. We're going to see some muted blues, and all of these are colors that we're starting to see most everywhere this year for spring 2026. But I don't come in here for that. I come in to check out their Botanicals, and I like to see what little table decor pieces they have new out for the season. And the thing that catches my eye here are these little bunnies. And so you can see here what those prices are on the bunnies. Nothing really special with these. They're just a plain muted. They say they're terracotta. But nothing is special about them. They don't even have eyes or anything like that. They're more interesting bunnies on the market, in my opinion. But if you're interested in these, there you go. Now, when I see bunnies, which you're going to see a lot of in the months to come, or I would say a month to come because they've been out there now. There's so many of them that are just so cute, and they're going to catch your attention and all of the things. And if you're in the market for bunnies, this is the time to go out there and get them. But I'm telling myself, you have bunnies at home. You remember that when you were a kid and you wanted something, your mom says, we have that at home. Well, that's what I'm telling myself, because I have these bunnies. I've had these bunnies for a very long time now. It's probably been, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. It's been a while. And these are really the only bunnies that I have in my possession. And there's these moss bunnies. I first saw them some years ago. I think it was Grandin Road that came out with them first. And then you started seeing them in other places. Mine probably came from Homegoods or something like that. Not real sure. But I had a little baby one too. And this one I know came from Dollar General. But look at there. He's lost his ear. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. But this just happened because last year he had an ear and now he doesn't have an ear. Man, what happened to your ear? But anyway, he was cute. He was holding a little heart and everything. But I guess unless I find his ear and can glue it back, I might have to retire him. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I have. And I'm telling myself, no more bunnies. No more bunnies. Y'all gonna see something now that's gonna really tempt me, but the devil is a lie. So Pottery Barn always has their pottery out, and at this point I'm gonna just say these are their classics, like their Joshua line and that type of thing. Beautiful, beautiful. But do you see those bunnies right there? This is the sculpted bunny line, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the first year for these. I've never seen them before, but I think they are so cute. You know, I always love something different, and I just think those just really fit that bill. Now, if you were to buy that set of all three, it's going to run you about $150. So we're just looking around, and this is a very familiar store to me. The one thing I appreciate about Pottery Barn is they don't constantly have you in a state of feeling like you need to purchase things, because things just don't change that much in this store. Like, they have a lot of timeless pieces. I like that, like they may switch up a color scheme or whatever, so different colored pillows or things like that. But their core design style remains unchanged, and it never dates because it is timeless. And so I do like that about it. So I come in here and I don't feel like, oh, I need to purchase something. I truly get inspiration when I come in here and walk around. Green is trending again this year. And so they do have few little decor pieces in the green, like these glass beads here. They're a really pretty green color too. I really like those. And the beaded garlands have been out for a while, but this is just a little different take on those beaded garlands with a little bit of color here. And they just have them effortlessly placed in this travertine bowl, which again is another timeless piece here. You know, I love travertine. And so that's just a different way to style that on that table. Very simply done, but very nice. Another thing that I love to look at when I come into Pottery Barn are their botanicals. Yes, every season they do come out with new botanicals. They bring a lot of them back, but a lot of them, they may do a little switch up on them or whatever. They're doing a lot of yellow this year in their botanicals. You also see that they do the same with their bedding. They bring in more of the floral pieces in the spring, summer months or whatever, but that happens year after year. That's kind of what Pottery Barn does. So I do like coming in and just looking at that, even though that's not really my style, the flowered fabric, bedding and things like that. I do like looking at that. But look at this chair. Oh my God, I love this chair. So nice. So at the time of this voiceover, I have selected my chairs, but at the time that I was in this store that day, I had not yet selected the chair. Pottery Barn loves tablescapes, and so they're always going to have an array of table napkins and table decor and things like that to choose from. And they may do some minor changes to the colors or the patterns or whatever from year to year, but for the most part, those are pretty much standard and true to Pottery Barn style. They also bring out some Easter eggs, some tulips, all of the things that scream spring. They do have them in, and I just kind of like looking at the displays, the tablescapes. Now, these napkins here are so nice. I love those. So different. But anyway, they've got the salt and pepper shakers and all of that, all of the things that you need to do a really nice tablescape for Easter or for spring or whatever you're doing here. They've got these giant eggs. So those are the types of the little touches of decor pieces that they have for your home. Now let's get a closer look at the botanicals. A lot of these are looking very familiar to me, like they haven't really changed anything too much. And every year I try to purchase some stems at the end of the season where I'm getting them on sale. Did I mention that there would be a little bit of a haul at the end of this video? Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a haul. Now this is my style here for the way bedding. I love these neutral colors. They look so warm, so cozy. Love that. This one there has that blue in it. And this is more of that grandma chic, in my opinion, the style of that. But that's what they have. And of course, they have all kinds of bedding, things like that for your home to choose from. So all of that is nice. And the olive trees are still a thing. The olive trees are out here. They have them out here. Here's another bunny. Now, I saw a bunny like that at Homegoods. This one is a part of their Essex handcrafted bunny sculpture line, but the one that I saw at Homegoods is about the same size as the large one here at Pottery Barn, but this one was only $9.99 at Homegoods. So if this is a look that you like, check out Homegoods, because I just saw this one the other day. I see something a little different over here that I have not seen, and that is a new napkin ring that they've come out with. I haven't seen this one before either. They have these bright yellow napkins, and then they have this cute little butterfly napkin ring, which I think is so pretty for the spring if you decorate with yellow. Look at that. It looks like it has a little beading on there. And then they've got the little butterfly appetizer plates as well. Those are really nice. If you're into tablescapes, that would be a really nice little look for your spring tablescape. It's been a while since I've done a full tablescape, but whenever I come in here, I start to get inspired to go home and do one. I just never get it done. But I do like the look of a nice tablescape. I also love looking at their bedding, like I mentioned before, to see what they have over here. I just check out the entire store. There's not an area in this store that I don't look at, and I definitely go over to the clearance section to see what they have. This is the best time to buy things on the off season. So right now, they still have a lot of Christmas items, even online. So if you are in the need or looking for specific Pottery Barn Christmas items, definitely check out their website. I was a little bit underwhelmed overall by the Pottery Barn spring line. It's, over time, it just kind of becomes very mundane. So I was kind of hoping for a little bit more, but that's all just as good because it lets me know that what I have is enough. There's nothing really out there. Now, you go to a store like a Homegoods, which I'm going to share some clips of what they have in for spring. It's overwhelming. They have so much stuff, so many different variations of bunnies and eggs and all of the things that makes you want to spend a lot of money. But the classic pieces, like if you just have a couple of really good core pieces in your collection, you're good. You don't have to buy that stuff every season. That's my take on it. But anyway, let me show you what they had in HomeGoods, and then I'm going to show you what I picked up. I just said you don't have to buy stuff every season, but yet I bought some things, but it's not a lot, and it was definitely on deep, deep discount. So I'm going to show you what I got, and yeah, so let's go back to the video. All right, so we're in HomeGoods, and you can see here these shelves are filled to the brim with all different types of things, and it just makes you want to go through and just see what they have and all of that, or at least if you like home decor like I do. I did enjoy looking at these plates over here. I thought these were really nice, but again, like I said, I haven't been doing tablescapes, so that would not be a good investment for me. Over time, you just don't have any place to store all this type of stuff, so I'm not interested in anything but looking. But here's a set of 4 for $12.99, so those are really nice. And I would say, like, if you are still doing tablescapes and things like that, I would just do salad plates, seasonal salad plates, and just put them on a basic white or black or whatever color plate that you have on. That kind of helps you to save on space. You don't have to get the matchy plate, salad plate, bowl, all of the things. You know, you can just kind of mix one thing in to kind of bring the season in. So, but yeah, they have lots of little bunnies here. They're kind of all over the place. This one here is a little bit more expensive than the other one that we saw, but it's really nice. And of course, there's lots and lots of tea sets and things like that for your Easter teas, things like that. If you're in the market for those, they have a really nice selection of those things in right now. All right, so here I am in real time, still sitting in the house looking outside at the snow. The kids are now outside playing and everything. And the snow is starting to melt just a little bit. It is still below freezing here, which is very unusual, but the sun is out. So it is starting to melt a little bit. So probably by tomorrow, I can get back out and get in these streets, I hope. But anyway, I said that I had a small haul, so I thought I would come on now. I think you all are crooked. Let me fix this. I think that's better. All right, so this is the first thing I bought. Now, you know, at Pottery Barn, I talk a lot about their stems and how much I love their stems. And so every time a season ends, I am always on their website or at their stores looking for what stems go on clearance that I can get my hands on at a reasonable price, because their stems can be very, very pricey. So I picked this one up, and this one's really different for me, very different from what I would normally get, but I was very much attracted to the color of it. It's kind of like a rust color, and it's got a little bit of glow of an orangey color in here, but I just thought these were so, so pretty. And I love that they came in a bunch here. You know, you see all those stems in there? I think they were $19.99. Don't quote me on that. I don't really remember, but yeah, this is what I picked up from Pottery Barn, and I got it online. I also picked up a faux staghorn fern. I talked about staghorn ferns over here. I have a lot of faux stems from of that plant, and I tried my hand at growing one myself. That is one plant. It didn't like it here, so it didn't last long. So I'm going to have to continue to buy the faux ones. But I bought this little faux one, and I think I shared it in a previous video. But anyway, I put it in my bathroom just as some greenery. I like to have greenery throughout my home, so I just put that there. But I got that, and it was a really good price too on clearance. And then the last thing that I picked up, you know, I said I had a thing for those little skinny rabbits. I also have a thing for those little skinny deer, and I have some already, but they marked these down to peanuts after Christmas. And so I did get these, and these are candle holders here. So I thought these were really nice. So I bought these, and I'll be packing these away in my Christmas closet to bring back out for next Christmas. These are the wire deer, the metal deer, and they come back every year. You know, Aldi has them. everybody has these things, but I like them. I think they are so different. And they've got some horses like this at Kirkland. I saw online. It's a set of 3 that you can get. So those deer and just the really skinny animals like that, for whatever reason, they are pretty popular. But anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. I definitely have enjoyed you spending time with me on this snow day because I had nothing else to do in the house. So I appreciate your company and watching to this point in the video. Now, if you are watching and you're not currently subscribed, I would like to ask that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button before you leave today. Also, leave me a comment. Let me know you're here. And to all my returning family members, I would like to thank you once again for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that I see you all over here on my next one. Bye-bye.